I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another vlog. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jasmine. Today it is August 13th, Wednesday. I'm just about finished with work and I wanted to answer some comments because I haven't been very responsive on YouTube, but I figured the best way to go about going through these comments would be answering them via YouTube. That way, in case anyone has any similar questions, everyone can have access to it. Let us go ahead and go through it. So Dr. Austin Blanchon, what telehealth platform you found this job with? So the job that I currently have, it's actually not through a telehealth platform. It's through a private practice. So I do also do in person, for example, typically on Thursdays. So it's not completely remote. But I do know, I've heard of other platforms. Good things about Grow, Headway, Alma, those are all other platforms that I've heard from other people. I myself don't have any experience in it, so I don't feel as comfortable speaking on it, but I have heard good things about Grow. Soshing says, just found you, love it, as super informative. Also the link for the glasses, please. I believe the glasses that I was wearing in the video here, they are from Firmu. I've actually had a lot of compliments on these glasses. The ones that I currently wear are now from Japan. A really popular eyeglasses company there in Japan that's really, really cheap. But I specifically found the glasses that I have in that video from Firmu. A lot of my glasses are actually from Firmu. They're fairly cheap. They're usually under $40. For Grievous Fault says, hello Jasmine, fellow Californian here. I hope this message finds you well. I am reaching out to you because I wanted your advice on the best route to get into this field, what school, community service, etc. I am glad that I'm verbally saying this because I think there would be a lot of information to give you if I did it via message. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and that's specifically what someone had commented on. I also still work as a GI nurse, as an RN, but I don't work as frequently. I will say the reason why I keep that job around is mostly because it is a union job as opposed to my NP job, which is not. So the best way to go about this, there's several different ways. For one, you do need to get an RN license. How you go about doing that is first you either go to associate's degree. I didn't do that myself, but I do know several people who have. And you get an associate's degree and then test the NCLEX and then get your RN license. And NCLEX is dependent from state to state. I do see that you're from California, so you would take the NCLEX in California. You would then need to get a bachelor's degree, even if you do have an associate's degree. You can do just the bachelor's degree and then be able to test for the NCLEX, but minimum to get tested for the NCLEX to get an RN license, you need an associate's or a bachelor's degree. From there are many different fields you can go into as a nurse practitioner. So for one, you can go into family, geriatric. Myself, I've done psychiatric. So once you're a psychiatric nurse practitioner, it's very, very specialized. So you cannot practice within a family nurse practitioner setting. Whereas FNP is a little bit more diverse. But I myself wasn't very interested in family nurse practitioner. So hence why I had gone into psychiatry. So the degree that you will get to be a nurse practitioner in psychiatry is a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner license, which you do have to take another standardized test for. I will say, I did not know this when I had started, but you still do need to keep both your RN as well as your NP license active. So quite a lot of fees that I paid in the last year to renew both my RN as well as my NP license. So something to note. So Roxanne asked, may I ask what school you went to for your PMHNP? Someone did also answer and said that they attended a state university, the same one that I received my BSN. They offered hybrid and virtual in-class program. I will say my answer is actually very similar to at my PMHNP journey. I went to the same school as I went to for my bachelor's program, which for me is West Coast University. Life goals said, I'm not sure if it's still topless. This is on our traveling to Tahiti blog, but I remember a really heavy guy and his wife vacationing there with their kids. He was furious that the women were topless. I guess he missed the part where going topless is acceptable there. Oh, you know what? I think that Tahiti specifically, at least the island we were on, Moorea, I did see some woman topless, but we did not stay at a family-friendly bungalow. So, Phantom 5.0 says, would you say I needed psych experience to get into psych NP? Also, do you recommend West Coast? So for one, you do not need psych experience specifically to get into an NP program. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it to some extent. I definitely don't think that you should be working specifically only in aesthetics and then go to psych. I think it'd be very difficult, the transition. So I think at least some sort of acute practice nursing would be very helpful as a foundation, but it's not necessary. Would I recommend the program? I will say overall, although the university I went to can sometimes be very pricey, overall the program for my RN was pretty decent. Very pricey, but it was an okay program. But if you have other options, I would stray to try a cheaper program. On top of that, the Psych NP program was still fairly new. It was a fairly okay program. I would say you may get a better foundation elsewhere just because the program is very, very new. If Yonkeen says, hey, I love your page. I had a question. How did you find the transition from completing your PMHNP to your first job? Did you find it difficult to navigate documentation system, patient load? So I work right now in an outpatient psychiatric setting, typically via telehealth. So I didn't find it very, very difficult to transition. How did I transition to my new job? I did do a lot of my preceptorship within outpatient psychiatry, so I thought that was very, very helpful. So whatever field of psychiatry that you're interested in, whether that's inpatient, outpatient, definitely start your preceptorship there so that you can get adequate training, because oftentimes when you do get into the field, there's very, very little training. But if you have any other questions, I do enjoy answering them verbally. Sometimes it can be very difficult to do so via comments, but I do like to answer them verbally with you guys. So shoot them down below if you still have them.